Hello and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gaurav and I am from ABES Engineering College, Ghaziabad. My today's problem is handshake problem. Well, I have taken this problem from problem solving domain. And what is problem solving domain? Well, you can say that it is from competitive coding, or it used to come in the type of problems used to come in various IT companies. Okay, so we used to solve different kind of computational problems in problem solving domain. And my today's problem is handshake problem. Now, what this problem is all about, let me start. The problem statement says that at the annual meeting of board of directors of some company ACME Inc, if everyone attending shake hands exactly one time with every other attendee, how many handshakes are there? Means the problem is saying that there is a meeting going on of different companies of board of directors, and if each attendee is shaking hand with each other exactly one time, then we have to return that how many handshakes are there. I've taken this problem from Hackerrank platform. Now, what is this Hackerrank platform? Hackerrank platform is a platform for online coding. Actually, we used to use this platform for practicing, for, for coding practice, we can say. Okay. Now, the problem is saying that we have to return some, what are the number of handshakes in that particular meeting. This is not a computational problem, basically. This is a more mathematical problem. Let us discuss more about that. Now, the function we have to return says that we have to complete a function that name is handshake. And small n says that it is the number of attendees. It will return the number of handshakes. And what is the input format? The input format is the first line contains the number of test cases small t. I need to say that if you are giving some solution, it has to go through with different kind of test cases, one or two or three. It depends on, as per the requirement of the problem, number of test cases. And each of the following small t, I mean to say, number of test cases contains small n. And what is the small n? Small n is the number of handshakes. Small n is the number of handshakes. Now, this is the constraint. What constraint says that small t should be in between 1 to 1000. Means number of test cases should be less than 1000. In the similar manner, small n should be less than 10 to the power 6. Means number of handshakes or number of attendees should be less than 10 to the power 6. It's a big amount, but in larger value, but still. Now, what is input or sample, input or output sample? Look, as I have told you earlier, the first line contains the number of test cases small t. So in the sample, 2 is the number of test cases. Here are the two test cases. I mean, small n is this, and this is small t. 2 is the small t. Okay, now there are two test cases. First test case is saying only one people. And if there is only one people, small n is the number of people in that particular meeting. Tick. Then if there is only one person, then output will be 0. But obvious, if there is only one person, there will be no handshake. And if there are two persons, then there will be only one handshake. So this is the simple sample input or output. Now, I'm taking an example here. Okay, I'm taking an example here so that I can explain how I will solve this problem. The problem says that there are a few persons. Just give me 1 minute. The problem says that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members in a meeting. Like the problem we are discussing right now. And then the member's name is James, Robert, John, Jennifer, and David. Now, in the first case, James is handshaking with Robert, then John, then Jennifer, and David. In the first case, there are only 4 handshakes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we are coming to the second case. Now Robert will handshake with John. Actually, Robert has already shaken his hand with James. So we'll not consider it again. We will not consider John again, sorry, James again. So now Robert will do handshake with John, Jennifer, and David. So how many handshakes are there? There are only 3 handshakes. Now again, we are going to the next next member, next attendee. Now it's John. Now, as I have told you earlier, John has already done his handshake with James as well as Robert. Now, John will do his handshake with Jennifer and David. So how many handshakes are there? First one with Jennifer and second with David. So number of handshakes are 2. In the similar manner, Jennifer will do handshake with only with David, because previously in the first case he has done handshake with James. In second case she has done handshake with Robert, and in the third case she has done handshake with John. The total number of handshakes are 1. So we can see there is a pattern. There is a pattern. Like in the first case there are 4 handshakes. In second test case there is 3 handshakes. In third case there is 2 handshakes, and in the last case there are only 1 handshake. So it's like this. Suppose there are n persons, then the total number of handshakes are like n plus n minus 1 plus n minus 2 up to 1. And as I've told you earlier, it's like a mathematical problem. So the total of these numbers is according to this formula, n into n minus 1 by 2. And this is the function I have to return in my Hackerrank platform. The function's name is Handshake, which is integer type, and is the number of attendees, as I've told you earlier. Now I'm returning this value. This is my solution. Let me share my solution on live coding. Just give me 1 minute. No, this is the problem I'm talking about. Handshake problem on Hackerrank. Well, this is the problem statement I've told you earlier. In Hackerrank, they have taken an example n is equal to 3. Means number of attendees is 3. And if there is a number of attendees like P1, P2, and P3, there are only 3 handshakes. It is given already an example. Now, it is describing that function we have to fulfill. Well, I've told you these things earlier. I'm going straight to my solution. Here it is. This is the function I'm talking about. This is the function I'm talking about, right? So let me check my answer is right or wrong. I will return n into n minus 1 by 2, as I told you earlier in my slide. I'm running my code. Check. Well, my test case 0 is successful. I'm submitting my code for other test cases also. Well, you can see on the screen that all test cases are done. Means my code is right. Okay, so this was the problem of Handshake on Hackerrank, and my code has given the solution of that particular problem. Thank you, everyone.